Homelessness is lonely, scared, cold, hungry, and degrading.
I turned to drugs. I found crack cocaine. It takes it all, and I'm sick of it. Yeah, that's gone. That's the past.
It's not nice. It just kind of gets you to the point where you've backed yourself in a corner, and at the same time you realize that, that nothing else is working. This is where you are. This is as far as you can go, with the exception of dying.
A church, First Baptist Church, decided to come to me and ask me if I was willing to start a full-time work in Calgary to reach out to the underprivileged, the poor, the street people of our community. To which I looked at them and said, absolutely not. I says, what would I have to do? And they told me that the types of things I would have to do, I'd have to be a counselor and a pastor and a fundraiser. And I felt like they had the wrong guy. And I says, why don't I do this? And I got at it, and really the most reluctant visionary in all the world. But what I had was I had a community around me who believed in me and believed they saw gifts and talents that they wanted to see put to work. And eventually I said, I'll do this. Finally got up, walked outside, up the stairs, walked downtown, sat down with 12 or a dozen or so street people who used to come down to this Burning Bush coffee house, and said to them, this church wants us to start a full-time work. Do you want to help me? And they all said, yeah, sure, we'll do this. And so between them and a few other volunteers who were already involved in the church, really that was the beginning.
We'd never have dreamt when the ministry got going at the Burning Bush that we would have seen the phenomenal developments that we've seen today. It is the blessing of God, and His hand has been on the ministry.
Some people say, well, are you about feeding people? Well, feeding people is a good thing to do, but we're really about helping people change, helping them find their change, the change that's effective for them, and trying to figure out any way we can support them through that process for their change. And people want it. They're on the streets and they're saying, sometimes they've given up, sometimes they feel hopeless. And we've chosen to have hope and faith for people who often don't have any hope or faith for themselves, that a miracle can take place in their life. And this is what the mustard seed does.
They've given me a new hope. They started me out with the hope again. Before I came into the doors here, I didn't have a vision again of working with my tickets. I'm a ticketed roofer. I never saw myself doing that again. I love my job again. I look forward to going to work. I've got my relationships back with my family. That's large. 2 years have been gone out of my life. 2 years. It's a small number compared to a lot of people out there. And you see it on the streets every day. You see it everywhere.
Mount Lodge is a rural community owned and operated by the Mustard Street Ministry that is occupied currently by 25 program staff who used to live on the streets. So they've come up here, now they live here. They operate 10 or 15 business units at any given time of year. It's also a community where disenfranchised people can come and live together in a safe environment for change.
Living out here at Mountain Air has taken away everything I was doing, or the way of life I was living, and it's just given me a reprieve, I suppose you'd say, from the painful life that I was living. It's given me time to collect myself, think things through, which I could never really do in that haze of addiction and stuff. It's just helped me change to a positive attitude, more hopeful outlook on life. I've learned to trust people. I've learned to trust myself. I rely on myself instead of letting myself down over and over again, and other people as well. It's a home. It's a family. It's great.
I was going down a road that was like down the wrong road, period. Completely down the wrong road. I pretty much felt like I hit rock bottom right then and there. That night I spent in Fish Creek Park, sleeping on the ground. It's the night I knew I hit rock bottom. It is a happy ending.
I'm Dan Gaynor. I'm the chair of the capital campaign at the Mustard Seed. The site that you see behind me will be the site of a new apartment building. we're looking forward to putting up 224 suites that will give people coming off the street a brand new start. The real advantage that we see in doing this, and it's one of the big advantages with building a brand new building that you can design specifically for the purpose that it's intended for. You see these suites are not really large, they're not extravagant, every inch of space is well used, they're Spartan, they're clean, they're well designed, and they'll serve their purpose ideally. These rooms are going to be places where lives change.
Well, I think when you look at the mustard seed, it's really been a beacon of hope for many people who have been struggling on difficult times. And a 25-year track record is something to be very proud of, and it's from the volunteers right through the executive director, the volunteer board, a lot of philanthropists, and a lot of people who have used the mustard seed are there now volunteering. And so I think when you think back of the 25-year history of the mustard seed, it's about people really caring for one another. And it truly has been a beacon of hope, a beacon of light in the Calgary landscape.
I don't think you can underestimate the value that that organization gives to Calgary, because these people that are on the street need help as much as anybody does, and so many of them deserve to be protected, they deserve to be treated with respect, and they deserve to have an opportunity to engage with others that are looking after their best interests, and that's what the mustard seed provides.
I volunteer because I want to help people. I genuinely like people, and I believe that everyone that's here is a good person that just might need a little bit of help or a little bit of direction. And I just want to be like a friendly face, someone that they see all the time, and they know that I'm going to be here and they can talk to me about anything.
From a small amount of people being involved and supporting the seed to literally thousands and thousands of people from all walks of life. It's everybody that feels like they want to help somebody out. It's all our community members from every walk of life. So it's just made a huge impact, and I think the mustard seed and the growth of it has made a huge impact on the community as well. It's something to be really proud of.
The rewarding part is thanking them for giving us the opportunity to be of any service, to be of any use to anybody. That's the most rewarding part.
I think one of the things that our guests will tell you when they come to the mustard seed, the one thing that they really feel is love.
They're the people that save lives. I mean, they don't know it. I hope they feel appreciated, but they don't know how much they are. Because I speak for myself, and I've seen a lot happen for a lot of people. That, the kindness of complete strangers is something that you can't get from some of your best friends. So it's a miracle on its own.
A lot of times it's just love that you show somebody who they've never been loved. Never known love.
I lost my parents at young ages. My dad died when I was 3, so it was kind of like a father figure place, a place where I felt love, care, compassion.
It doesn't matter how broken they are, what their situation is, this is an organization that will bring them in, love them, serve them, and do all they can to restore them.
It's a miracle, and I love it, and I'm very grateful for it.
This is worship at its best. This is the best that we can give our community and the best that we can give our God. And that's what gets me excited every day, is to see that we're going to continue to give our best. We're not going to stop.